Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. This is the burnout section. So, if you are experiencing burnout, here are some levels of that. But if you're struggling with burnout, kind of reorganizing your life with coaching can be a useful tool to make sure life becomes more manageable. So, what are some signs of burnout? Number one, you have difficulty in managing your energy level, and so managing your energy level can be difficult, especially if you're pulled in too many directions or trying to serve too many masters. When you are beginning to go through burnout, you oftentimes will have peaks and valleys of energy that you feel like you recharge, but it doesn't last as long. It's kind of like a half-charged battery, and then ultimately that leads to a level of disconnect. The level of disconnect is usually something mental where you're not thinking as clearly, you're not getting to resolve as quickly as possible or as quickly as you used to. And so that means you're struggling with mental challenges, you're struggling with how to see the world, you're struggling all the way around with how you are connecting with the world around you, and ultimately managing to get to a meaningful place or a place that really does matter. And so that means you're also maybe not maintaining your relationships as well. You're struggling to find where to go next in your daily life. And ultimately, everything feels like it's overwhelming, like it's too much to deal with, which then leads to having virtually no passion or having no passion. So, the idea is when you are focused, when you're feeling good, when you're feeling healthy, when you're making decisions that allow you to feel healthy, you'll have passion, you'll have things that recharge you, you'll have things that lead you in a direction of feeling like things can ultimately get better, and you'll maybe have a bad day here and there, but the struggle becomes a little less because you begin to feel like, okay, well, these things I enjoy, these things that matter to me, these relationships that matter to me, at least give me a chance to feel good some of the time. You'll become more moody, and your emotional state will be harder to maintain in a healthy way. The ability to continue going, the ability to continue growing, the ability to identify what it is that you need out of life becomes harder because your stress level is through the roof, and you're feeling like nothing ever gets done. You're feeling like your life is an overwhelm issue, and ultimately you're not in a happy, healthy place. And you begin to do what you can, where you can, and ultimately make decisions about what needs to come next, and ultimately getting things in a healthy, considerable, and balanced place, and ultimately making things come together in that way becomes harder. And so your uh, ideal way of looking at the world becomes more clouded, harder to handle, and harder to deal with, not because you necessarily can't do it, but because you're always going in kind of a catch up mode or a reframe mode or a mode that is more focused on getting things back under control versus having a clear vision of where you're going, and that leads to even higher levels of burnout over an extended period of time. The ability to take care of yourself on a consistent basis is harder. The energy to do basic self-care tasks is less, and so ultimately you're looking at life going, these simple things that other people can do feel like they are taking more out of me than I want, and that becomes problematic in a number of ways. So hopefully this has been helpful. I encourage you, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.